Hello my dears, Oля is here, and today I want to speak with you about real estate investment in Ukraine, or actually in Kyiv. And if you are not interested in this type of video, please just skip it and go away because this video will be kind of long and very specific to real estate investment, and I think for guys who are interested in that, I will give a lot of very interesting information. Today I will speak about Kyiv, because Kyiv is a little bit different than other cities, and of course apartments in Ukraine is very cheap and houses are very cheap to compare with European and American and just abroad, and of course it's probably a very good way to invest money and then maybe sell this property and have a big revenue. But there are a few moments which you need to know before thinking about real estate investment in Kyiv, and I just want to share this information with you, and I hope this will be very interesting. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I did a big tour into different companies which built houses in Ukraine, in Kyiv, and I asked them a lot of questions to understand all the situation, and I just currently now have, you look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5, 6, here is a 6. I just currently now have a 6 different prospects. It's even not prospects, it's actually, look at that, it's actually book. So I already have 6 books, but I visited more. Companies to understand the situation in real estate market and to give you information which you want. The most important message which I want to tell you, it's how does it work. So you need to understand what will be the best time for investment. I have this kind of paper. Now I will take a picture and show you just on the full screen, so you can just understand how does it work. So look, when you start, for example, let's say specifically about this house, but actually this situation is in all markets in in Kyiv with all buildings. Actually, it's not important which exactly buildings I'm talking about. Okay, so this is building. You see the beginning of sales, December 2015, so it's very new information. The start of sales is $750 per square meter. It's just the beginning of sales, but there is no house, actually no house. They have just idea that we will build a house, and now on the stage of idea they start to sell it in $750 per square meter. Then when they start to build, it actually they just prepare ground for basement actually. So when they just start to do something, they already have plus $30 per square meters already. On the stage that we already have basement. Yes, we already have foundation, not basement, foundation. It's already plus $20 per square meter. So if you decided to buy an apartment in-house which already has a foundation, so you already will have pay $50 more per square meter than you will buy this apartment on the stage when they have just idea to build that house. So I think you understand the situation. Okay, we move next step. When they already have 4 floors, the price is higher to $25 again per square meter. When they have 10 levels already, 10 levels, so the price is higher on $40 per square meter. When they have 16 levels, plus $40. When they already in the stage of finishing house, so they just have install windows, do some things outside of building plus $25. And the next one, they write it благоустрій. It means that they just install some children playground, they install the sidewalk, something like that, you know, do some things, just decoration. We can say some decoration outside of house because it's different. So they install lighting during the road near the houses. So actually they do some decoration outside of house. It calls благоустрій. So it's plus $35 per square meter. Then acceptance for exploitation. What does it mean? It's very important stage which you need to know because they can build house very fast. They can finish all the work very fast. But very important things is acceptance to exploitation, because if they will not move from this step, you will have all buildings very beautiful, the whole building very beautiful, but you will not have gas, water, electricity in the house. Actually elevator will not work. So this house is not ready for living. It doesn't have any communication. So it's already have all communication, but the companies which sell electricity, water and everything else, they just don't put it into this house. So actually this house is not ready for living yet. And this stage is very important because sometimes some buildings can be already built, fully built, but because this company is not reliable, you know, they can build with they can build with a lot of like mistakes, something like that, you know, not according to some standards, and the building can be already built, and it can take 15 years. In my city we have even not one building, but one building which will be definitely finished, which was already finished 15 years ago, and they just accept for exploitation in 15 years. Can you guys just imagine it? So you need to okay, I will tell about this a little bit later, but in general, so it's very important stage, because before that stage you don't have any guarantee when this house will be ready, when you can live there, or when you can give it for rent actually. So this is like a risk, you know, very high risk. But when the house is already accepted for exploitation, you already know that everything is good with this house and you can buy it easily. So the price will be already more than $25, and then you just receive the rights of just receive ownership, so you just receive some papers, and the price will be already plus $35. When they have idea to build a house, just idea, so they already start advertisement, they already start selling, you can buy some apartment for $750 per square meter. But when this house is already ready, and when you just can buy and get documents that this is your ownership, in this case you will pay $1,050, $1,100 per square meters. So you guys need to understand that if you want to invest in some house, why I think this is important message, because if you want to just to invest and then sell it, so maybe if you invest in the stage of idea, it will be very profitable for you, because you can buy for $750 per square meter, wait maybe for 2 years when this house will be ready, and sell it to someone else just for $1,050 per square meters. So I think it's a very good deal, but of course you have a lot of risk. So you have a lot of risk that this house will not be finished in 2 years, for example, because most of the time it takes like 2.5 years, something like that. Or you have a risk that something goes wrong and it becomes cheaper, for example. But actually we don't have a lot of cases when houses become cheaper, but in dollars it can be cheaper. And also there can be a lot of different things. So of course you have a lot of risks, but I think it's a very good way for investment, and I think you need to know that. And if you want to buy a house which is already ready with all the documents, and you can already have right of ownership, so you just need to know that you pay twice, actually mostly twice more, like 40% more than this house was on the stage of building. So I think it's it can be very important information for you guys. Okay, another thing which I want to tell you, this is about acceptance into exploitation. I already explained you a lot about this topic. I just want to add that before a house is accepted for exploitation, you are investor. So if you pay money, 100% of money, you are just investor, and you don't have actually any rights on this house actually. So when just house is accepted for exploitation, apartment, like all house with apartments, after that you can have the right of ownership, and you can say, yes, this is my apartment, I own this apartment. Before that stage, you are just investor. So yeah, you don't own apartment. You just are investor in some buildings, which if it will be finished successfully, you will be owner of apartment. So you just need to understand. Maybe it's the same in every country, but I just want to mention this for you. Another things which you need to know when you buy the house, this apartment most of the time don't have any interior. So you buy apartment with bricks and cement flooring, nothing else. What you need to do more? You need to do some electricity work, like install outlets and just put all the electricity in the house. You need to install pipes for water. You need to make a plaster on the walls. Then you need to paint walls or put wallpaper. Also, you need to install bath. You need to install toilet. Other things, like actually. So you just need to understand the amount of work which you need to do. Sometimes it's very complicated. It takes some time. So even if you buy already apartment which is ready, so you pay even more money, but you already buy apartment ready, you need to do some job. You need to do some work before you can live there, because there is nothing, just bricks. It's about Kyiv, because in other cities different situations. So today I speak only about Kyiv. But of course it's very hard, especially if you're a foreigner. Actually, it's very complicated. Even if you're not foreigner, to be honest, I also don't want to care about all of the things and looking for some people who can do that for me, because sometimes we don't have very good companies which do that. Most of the time it's just some guys, they sometimes like to drink, sometimes they like to smoke here in the apartment, and it's very hard to deal with them. Actually, I already know, because my husband works in a building material shop. He sells all of these materials. He deals with that all the time, and all the workers are the same. It's not important if they are you pay a lot of money or you pay little money. They all are the same. It's very complicated. You all the time need to argue with them about everything, and actually most people don't want to care about that. So some companies in Kyiv, they propose the house already with all of the things, even with furniture, not with furniture, but with furniture of the kitchen, and then you just need to buy some sofas, everything what you want actually. So this company, for example, which I showed you, they propose also this job, and also for this job you need to add plus $80 per square meter. Of course, very important. The price of apartment also, how it depends from which factors. Of course, it depends from the region where the house is built in Kyiv, and how close it to subway station, because of course most people use subway, even if you have a car, but you can have a child which also can't drive a car because the child is just 10 years old, and in any case you need to be close to subway because it's very convenient. So in Kyiv, all houses which are close to subway, they are much more expensive than houses which are not close for subway. For example, this one building, this which I just showed you, Nevsky Park, it's called Nevsky Park. They have very great project. I love this project so much, and the price for 2-room apartment with interior will cost $55,500. $55,500. this house with interior. But I have another pretty good, another pretty good house, but it's a little bit more far from subway, but not so far, but just a little bit far from subway. Maybe you need to walk 10 minutes, and it costs $30,000 of dollar for two-room apartment with interior. So you see, $30,000, $31,000 and $55,000. $20,000 is just a difference between that. So if you will be alone, for example, you can just buy the car for this difference, and you actually will not need the subway, because you know, guys, a subway is not very good thing in Kiev. Sometimes it's good, but not always. I personally thought before I moved to Kiev that subway is the best way to, but no, subway sometimes is very long, sometimes it's overcrowded, and you know, sometimes it's you need to change the line. So this is just very close distance by car, for example 10 minutes, but for subway you just need to go to the downtown, then change the line, and then just go again to the subway to the other part, which can be actually very close if you just use car. So sometimes I don't like, sometimes don't think that apartment near the subway is the best way, because you overpay. For example, my car costs $17,000 and I just need to overpay $20,000. So I can buy one car and another small car for me, for example, just to live not very close to subway, but have a cheaper apartment. So you need to think about that a lot, because apartments near the subway is crazy expensive, and I think sometimes it doesn't make sense actually. So I think I guys explained you everything. Now I just want to show you some more things about interior, and yes. And this is the show example of interior. Actually, I love those interiors. So they show the flooring, they show the wall. Maybe, you know, guys, I think for some people, especially for Americans, maybe I'm wrong, just forgive me, it's not such important the like type of flooring, the color of flooring, but for Ukrainians it's crazy important. You know, Ukrainians are very high demanded into interior, so for them it's very important. So this is, they show how it looks bathrooms, like this style of bathrooms or this style. Actually, when you buy apartment with interior, you have the right to choose the interior. And this is just and this is plan of houses. If you are guys interested, you can just take a pause and see more. And I just move. This is another one, and this is another one. They have so many different. This one, yeah, that's all. Okay guys, I already explained you everything what I wanted to tell you, and if you are interested if you want to rent apartment in Ukraine but don't know what to do and how to do that, in which area, or you want to buy apartment but you want to know about some perspectives and about some top area, good area, prospective area, so you can ask me. I will answer you. And also, if you're very interested in my website, I explain more, but I provide some services with helping to buy apartment or rent apartment, and actually I don't charge a lot, just from $10. But guys, I think maybe I will give you very valuable information, because I now read a lot about real estate investment in general, because I'm also interested on that. So I read a lot of things, and maybe I will help you to choose good company, because sometimes some companies have a very great marketing, they have very great advertisement, but when you start to read about them, they don't have any house which is finished. You know, they have a lot of different problems with all investors, and actually this is not very good company. So anyway, if you want to make a real estate investment, read a lot about that before you invest money, before you decided to buy, because from the first look everything looks perfect, but when you start to read, you can discover a lot of different problems. Yes, and some houses can be very cheap, but they don't have any perspectives, actually, because of different problems, and people just escape from this place. We already have one just crazy expensive region in the downtown of Kiev, this region like for the most richest people. And actually almost not everybody live there, and everybody just try to sell this house, but they can't because nobody will want to buy it because they have a lot of problems. But I think yes, and they want to sell it. You just go on the street for the richest people, and they just selling all the apartments because of different problems. So you just need to be careful with that. Okay guys, I wish you good luck. I wish you to make a great investment and have a lot of money from that. Thank you so much for watching this long video. I love you guys all and do everything for you. Love you guys. Bye.